Oh my gosh, you guys, I missed 8 o'clock. I was all ready. I was up early this morning. I've done a million things and I was busy working on something else. And 8 o'clock came. It's only 8:01. I'm not that late, but a little later than my dad would allow me to be when I was a kid. Honest to be. Okay, let me get this set up. I have my area all ready to go. I just was working on something for the Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show that is coming up next weekend. It's on Friday the 20th, Saturday the 21st, and Sunday the 22nd in Philadelphia, PA. So if any of you are from the area or will be traveling there, you have to come see me. It's a great show. There are so many wonderful artists, and I am on the board of directors, and I was working on a post to do today. So sometimes when I get involved in that, I forget what time it is, much like when I'm painting. But I think I'm all ready for this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me see who's saying hello to me. Hi, Susan. Good morning, Debbie. Hi, everybody. So, let me turn this around with no further ado. I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. Oops. Look at that. That's not what I wanted here. I had this. That's what I'm planning to paint. But my friend Lori took that photo and she's letting me use it as painting reference. So maybe she's tuning in today. She came to see me. She made me a charm for my necklace. Oh, I'll have to show you. Let me show you my necklace. So I have this charm necklace that I love. I've been working on, like, collecting things on it for years. And my friend Lori made me, she collects like mines for these Herkimer diamonds. I think that's what this one is. So she made, wrapped little wire around there and made me a charm to add to my necklace. I have all my kids' initials and a cute little acorn that I got at Mount Gretna Art Show years ago. And this is a little Cape May diamond in here. And a ring of my grandmother's. And then I got this when I was in Paris after I taught my workshop there last year. So I love all my little charms. Anyway, turn this back around. So for this painting, I want to, keep kind of that glow. I think part of what makes, what Lori didn't send me. I'm saying the whole wrong thing. I was looking at the photos that my friend Lori, which reminded me to show you my necklace. I took this photo. I bought these at Lancaster Central Market yesterday. I love these wispy, fun flowers. It's going to be a little tricky because there's when petals have that variation where it's really browns and pinks and purples, and it's like, I love those blended colors, but they're a little tricky to try to do. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. And I'm on a flat panel today because I ran out of the raised panels. Painted so many paintings, I have none of those left. It's hard to keep them in stock. But so now I need to mix up some colors. And oh no, look, I just got paint all over myself. How did I do that? I don't even know where it is. I have to clean that off before I start anything. Okay, let me see. All right, so I'm going to bend this down. I better pull this over a little bit. So how is everybody today? I got up early this morning, so I feel like I've been awake forever. But that's good. I have a lot to get done. I have a lot of things coming up. I'm doing, not teaching, but being a student in a plein air painting workshop next week, so I have to be all ready for that. And then I have my Rittenhouse Art Show the following weekend, so I kind of have to have all my ducks in a row for all of the things very quickly. And okay, I think I'm gonna mix my dark background colors first. So I have a couple of grays out here, and I'm gonna put this a little bit of violet. I feel like there's violet in there and maybe a little brown. Let me get, what kind of brown? How about this? This is a Basari color called Shale. Loving the fantastic weather in Pennsylvania. Yes, it has been beautiful weather. Of course, it doesn't take too long till it's too cold for me, but we're not there yet. Hopefully it'll be good weather for plein air painting and for the Rittenhouse show. Now that's super dark, but I want to keep that dark color. And then I think I'll lighten it maybe with the rest of this gray. Let's see what we get. Yeah, Nancy, the weather has been wonderful. That is a little too purple. Put some of this in there and see where it takes us. That's not too far off. I'm going to add a little bit more of this shale color in there to warm it up a little bit. Good morning. And this weekend we have a big event here in my town where I live, East Petersburg, Pennsylvania. It's our East Petersburg Days, so we have a festival. Whoops, I'm sorry about that. I like that color. All right, I'm going to keep that. I'm holding my palette knife up to my painting. I'm going to add a little bit the rest of this brown. I can always get more of that. I think it started, I should know this, I think it started yesterday, the festival, but on Friday we have events at the park, and on Saturday we have a 5K run, walk, and I'm going to put green in there too. And a kids fun run and fireworks on Saturday night. So it's a really fun event. And you said, good morning from here. How are you doing over there? I am doing great. Good morning to LA. Yeah, where's everybody listening from? All right, that's nice. Dark green. I need a... clean my palette knife off before I reach into my yellow. Buenos Aires, Argentina. Wow. There's little bits of lighter green in the wispy petals. I reached into that anyway, the way I didn't want to. Lake Worth, Florida, Montgomeryville, PA. That's not too far from me, I don't think. Katy, Texas, Michigan, Kerr Lake, North Carolina. Well, I'm thinking of it. I have a newsletter that I'm going to send out today. I was working on that yesterday. So if anybody would like to be on my newsletter list, just message me your email. I'd be happy to add you. So I need, for the inside of the petal, I need kind of a dark, shadowy, ooh, isn't that pretty color? And then I need to make a yellow. Use this beautiful green. Yeah, the greens are pretty, aren't they? Oh, that's nice. Muted like that kind of golden center part of the flower. I can't think of what these are called. Does anybody know? I knew it when I bought it, but I can't remember now. Them. That's pretty. I need a little more of that. And if any of you are in my Inspiring Art membership group today, I'm going to do a oil painting demo of a sprinkle donut. How fun will that be? So just in case you're in that group, and anyone can join at any time. Good morning, Tina. Cosmos, thanks, Nancy. Yes, that's it. That's such a fun word too, isn't it? Cosmos. I could do my pinks. I love colors that you can't quite name because it's kind of pinkish, purplish, brownish, grayish. Maybe a little more of that. It's shale, maybe. Let me get a little more of the shale. Hola. We'll go it up. Although I love that color. I don't want to, I think I'm going to hold on to some of this. Let me do this. That's nice for the shadow area of the Cosmo. Cosmo. So now I need to think about, in painting this, there are spots that are pretty red like that. Do I want to put an overall color in the background the way I do sometimes, or should I, yeah, there's definitely some color like that too. Lots of colors in those petals. And if so, what color? I like the way you mix colors. Mixing colors is so much fun. I could do this all day long. All right, now I need it to be a little more pink. They're all a little bit muted. Not pretty. Just having a nice assortment of pinks here. It'll just be fun to add all these colors and see how it happens. All right, that I'll do the rest of my white. So a few spots that are kind of almost completely white. I'm really getting down there at the bottom, aren't I? Tina says, loving these colors. Me too. Thanks, Tina. Oh, I love that mutedness of that. See how much kind of grayer it is than that pink. Now I'm going to do a little bit more white just so that I have a lighter, brighter, whiter. It is a pretty palette. Mix that over here just to get it out of the way. All right, that's fun. Okay, and I'm gonna, yeah, they're all fun colors. I'm gonna pull this up here. And this, I always have lighting challenges. For those of you who watch me every week, I can never figure out my lighting because I change it all when I'm not, filming for you guys. So what would be fun? Should I do an all over pink? Maybe I will. Let me see. I have this amethyst color that's really pretty. I don't know if it's transparent or not. Sometimes they don't say. Thinking about this, or should I do permanent rose? Maybe I'll be safe and do, I don't know how safe that is, but I'm going to do permanent rose. That's my background. And then go in and play from there. I start my paintings different ways often. I like to switch things up, and I always like to play and learn and try new things. All right, I have my brush in my hand. Just clean it out a little bit. Sometimes I put it like a coating of stuff to kind of reshape my brush, and I like to clean that out before I start. Oh, can you not hear me? Can everybody hear me? I hope so. Let me know if you can't hear me. Might be more peaceful just to watch and not hear me, right? Oh, Tracy says she can. All right, thank you. Maybe I just wasn't talking at the time. I can hear. Oh, good. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. All right, that's a good start. I'm going to close up now. I used a little bit of liquid in that layer just so that it dries more quickly. She said, do you use, yes, that I just use a little bit of liquid, and now I just closed it up. I'm all finished. I won't use any medium now. I'm going to kind of just wipe out where my lighter areas are just so I kind of mapped out where I'm headed. Yes, it's called Permanent Rose. It's, well, what on earth did I do with it that quickly? Well, here's one. It's a Winsor Newton color, Permanent Rose. It's a really pretty rose. Like in watercolor, I think that color's called Opera Pink. It's one of my favorite colors to use. Yes, Tina, me too. Definitely a fave. Now this petal, I like to use permanent rose. Yes, I use a lot of permanent rose instead of red. I probably only use true reds like when I need something to truly look very red, because reds are very dominant. I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow of my Indian yellow in the middle where my centers of my flowers are. And I'm going to use my pigment sticks next. There's still a little bit of a glare on there. There, that's better. It always looks good in the camera once I feel like I'm almost in the dark. So now I'm just using these Arna pigment sticks to kind of map in where colors are a little bit, and to keep it, I have to move this over a little bit so I'm not bumping it. Hi, Nancy. So yeah, I've been really busy getting ready for the workshop next week, which I'm really looking forward to. And then the Rittenhouse show, which is coming up. And then I have one more show, and then it'll be the end of the season. But I'm also going to have my work at Red Raven Art Gallery in October, so I need to have paintings ready for that. And then it's time to start thinking about the holidays. Like, I'm working on my calendar that I do every year. I did put out for a vote of which pieces I should include. I liked all of your answers for everybody who answered me. That's about ready to go to the printer. Actually don't know what I'm waiting for. Sometimes I just have to stop and think about it for a little bit. And what else is new with me? This vase. There are definitely like some purples up in here. Amazing how far you've come over the few years. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to see the forest for the trees. It feels like a long, slow journey from being a graphic designer to being a full-time artist, but always has bumps in the roads, but it is fun. I think the very, very best part of this whole journey for me is all the new friends I've made. Are you making new ornaments? I think I am, yes. They always take a lot of time, and they're kind of, financially, they're not worth the time they take, but I enjoy it very much. So I think I am going to do some this year. I think that's a good start. That's messy enough. I like to have a very messy start. I find the messier the middle of my painting is, sometimes the better my end result is, because it ends up being a little fresher and more spontaneous. Right, I need a sip of my tea. What's everybody having this morning, coffee or tea? I got up so early that my coffee's finished, and I made myself a cup of tea so I'd have something to drink while I'm doing this. Oh, but it's hot. I want to really keep my brush strokes spontaneous. Hi, hello to Brazil. And I'm looking where my darker shadow areas are. Coffee and cream. I love half and half. Like a coffee without cream is just totally missing something. And I just put the tiniest bit in. So it's funny that it makes such a big difference. Oh, I see Renal's writing to me. Take care of that when I'm finished here. I need a little something in my coffee. Yeah, a little something. Having one of those mornings. Oh, a little extra something in your coffee. Well, are you having one of those mornings already? My gosh. It is tough when sometimes a day starts out like one of those mornings. It's so early still. Coffee with half and half and cinnamon. I had a glib. A glib. Is a glib a lot? I think a glib is like gloop, gloop, gloop. Like, is that a glib? Or is glib only a little bit? Yeah, I don't add much. Like a container of half and half will last me like a month. Iced coffee with cream. Oh, Nancy, that sounds good. But I drink hot coffee, black. Oh, really? Hazelnut coffee Shelly's having. There's a little... Iced coffee sounds good. I think I need to go to my coffee shop soon. Get a treat. Now all the vase here ended up being so kind of so bright. What's the time? Oh, it's 8:25 here. Kind of carving out where that little dark area is. And I generally work from dark to light. But I will go in there and start working on adding my background colors before I do too much of the other stuff. Carve my flowers out with that. Let's see how the color looks that I mixed. Might be a little dark. I do have a little bit of a light, no, a different version. It's actually not lighter. I might need to lighten this a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Might be very dramatic though. If I keep it dark, the darker that I keep my like background color, the more my bright colors will pop. It adds drama. So I don't know. I'll just put it in, see how it goes, and I can always adjust it if I need to. 3 hours ahead of me. Still didn't get my coffee. That's the first thing I do. I get my coffee and then I make my way to my studio. I'm paying attention to too many things here. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Oh, good. I love that. Such a nice community of people that I've met. Doing this crazy art thing. So yeah, if you're in Philly next weekend, not this weekend. This weekend I have my little event in my town. But next weekend I'll be in Philly all weekend. And I enjoy being there. It's a fun show to participate in. I really didn't mix up a light color for this crazy vase part, but I'll just use that lighter white that I did just to kind of map out where it is. And I'll have to decide if it's too light of a color. So I just like to suggest things, like not be too literal. Like that already did it, just those few little marks. Let me get this. A bit of a shadow. All right, then I have my fun colors. I still want my pink to show through also, so I don't want to put down so many colors that I lose that the background showing through here and there. So really in shadow up here too. So I'm still developing my darker areas. And I usually do my lightest ones at the very end. Look where kind of those more red colors were too. Is anybody working on anything fun or inspiring lately? Where is like that more of a red color? I don't know where I was seeing the red that I mixed. Might need a little. My preparing for Christmas shows. Oh, that's great, Irma. I always think about doing Christmas shows, but I've never gotten around to that. Oh, doing the Strata Easel Challenge for the month of September. That's exciting. I would love to do that. Maybe next year, because since I'm going to a plein air painting workshop, I'm hoping that I'll get much better, more comfortable with doing that. Little bits of color here. Experimenting with abstract and finding it fun. Nancy, I love doing abstract. I did a really fun one yesterday. Did you see my previous post? I had talked about sharing it, and I completely forgot. My day got away from me. And so yesterday I had painted a little box of figs. Oh, did Chambersburg plein air this past weekend. Oh, that's cool. I haven't been to Chambersburg in a long time. And then I took, oh, Nancy, you saw it. Good. It was so much fun. It was very spontaneous, but I just used up my leftover colors that I had from the painting I had done. And it had a little bit of the feel of it, so I love that that happened. Tina said, love those figs. Yeah, they were fun to do, too. That's something I'm working on, paintings for Red Raven, which is a show that I have at a gallery here in Lancaster in October. It's my birthday month. But I've got to get all those paintings ready. And I wanted to have some, different things than... Well, I needed more is actually a big part of the problem. I want to keep these feeling wispy, too. Like I don't want to get too tight with it. I want to keep it kind of... That's what's so neat about these cosmos are they're just so... They just kind of flow with the breeze. Do you have any workshops coming up? I have a workshop in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. I think it's at the end of February, the beginning of March. That's a 2-day workshop on a Sunday and a Monday. And that's live, and you can sign up for that. It's on my website under the Learn tab. So you can get to my website through the link in my bio here, but it's Kim Myers, MYERS, Smith.com. That crazy name because when I hurriedly needed to get a URL for myself, I couldn't get anything with Kim Smith because, of course, that name is so ordinary and so very taken that I had to think of something, and that Myers is my maiden name. And my dad would be happy that his name is part of my business. He would love that. But it's, yeah. Ideally, it would just be Kim Smith. Everyone could remember that, but that wasn't available. And then I am teaching in France next June, but that workshop is full. But you can get on the wait list if it's something you're interested in because there is, a chance that someone might not be able to make it. And then I do have an exciting announcement of another destination workshop coming up. So if you want to be on the email, so I'm going to, give, of course, my email subscribers, first dibs at signing up for that. So if you want to be on that list, just in case you might want to join me, just send me your email and I'd be happy to add you. Or I'm sending out a newsletter tomorrow and it'll have a link where you can sign up to be in the know. All right, this looks really dark. So now it's time for me to start doing my lightest lights. It's 8:36. We're doing okay on time. Sometimes I feel like I dance around a painting and I kind of avoid doing the lighter colors. I don't know why. Look, I think just because I've trained myself to do them at the very end. So it's hard to know when that point in the process has arrived. But I think it has. I feel like they're a little dark, but that's because I really didn't put a lot of lights in yet. Oops. Definitely need more lights. I might have to mix up more of my lighter lights. I'm going through them pretty quickly here. I'm trying to put down very intentional brush strokes. Like I'm not going in and fussing with my marks that I'm making. I'm just letting them be. Now I need this to gradate a little bit, so I'm just blending that a little bit in there. So that I want this to look in shadow against that. And I want to keep them feeling wispy, which is, I don't normally paint wispy flowers, so it's a little bit more challenging for me to think about them that way. Almost feeling like I should go in here and use my squeegee and pull away, brighten up some of these areas. Maybe I will do that. I feel like it's getting too dark. I don't know. Plus, I think it'd be fun to do this right now. So that's what I do a lot of times, is I follow my intuition more than anything. So I'm using a squeegee and just pulling away some of the paint. Which will really brighten it up. Squeegee is nice. Yes, it's a fun tool to have in your toolkit of art stuff. Because when it starts to go too dark and you put paints back over top and don't let it dry, it can get really muddy. And I think that's the worst thing that can happen, is to let your painting get muddy. And this, maybe a couple wispies, and then see. I'll go back in with my brush again. It's 8:41. I'm doing okay on time. It's definitely getting there. Getting there. So nice hearing the birds. Oh, yes, you can hear the birds outside. They do sound happy. They're liking this weather too. There's like a little petal that's turned up there that's kind of fun. And I think once I go in and add my lights in the middle there, it's going to make a big difference. Hoping. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea. Now I'm thinking about whether if I go in there and put my lightest lights in there, is that going to gain me, like when I'm painting, sometimes like my confidence wanes. I can't think of a better way of saying it. Like right now, it's looking a little messy and I know I can't push it too far because then it's going to get too tight or too something. It crosses a line. Like I feel like, the painting does well, it does well, I love it, and then all of a sudden it'll start to fall apart if I'm, like I always say, if I'm working on it and I'm making changes but I'm not improving it, then that means I should be finished. But I definitely don't think I'm there yet. And sometimes it is a little hard dance between how detailed I want to get with it. I do like kind of the purple area in here. Hello. Je veux chanter. Is that how you say it? Je veux chanter. Hello to France. I'll be there teaching in no time. It's crazy how quickly time passes when you're having fun. Not sure what I need. I think I might just need a little bit of a brighter pink. Oh, good. I'm glad I said it correctly. My little French practice. Oh, I like this. I'm putting a little bit of like a orchid color in here from... It just needed a little shift in energy. I was feeling like it was too something. I sometimes don't know what my words are, but it was too something. It wasn't quite feeling spontaneous enough or something. And then sometimes I'll just add in a color that may not even be in my reference just to shake things up, and that can be all that it needs to shift. And now it's starting to look like the reference, I think. I think I need this in here's like when areas where the lightest light and the darkest dark are against each other is usually where your eye will go. So if you want the viewer's eye to go to a certain area, like, you can keep that in mind. Because I kind of want that to be my focal point. So it's getting there. I need to mix up just a little bit more pink, pale pink. And then I can go in and do my bright yellows. And then I think we'll be finished. Okay, that's better. I have to, like, squinting my eyes to see where lightest lights are. Yeah, that's helping it. The birds are singing again. All right, I think I can put my lightest lights in now. Let's see how that looks. It's brightening up. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Irma? You have to get past that part where it doesn't look great and stay confident and keep pushing yourself until you get it to the point where you love how it looks, and then you have to be wise enough or pay enough attention to stop while you're ahead. It's a crazy dance. Just that little bit of texture adds a lot. I do kind of like a little bit that comes down in there, and this goes across. Whoops, I got too much on my brush. Okay, what else? Is there anything that I'm missing? Gosh, I feel like hi, Emily. And then make that a little lighter. Now I feel like I'm fussing with it too much. keep catching myself on my paper here. Maybe bright pink on top flower. Yeah, okay. That helped a little bit, and this needs to push back a little. All right. I think I'm finished. Oh, maybe almost. Let me just add a little green in here. Are my wisps of green enough? I might need a couple more little wisps of... I do love all the wispies. It's partly what makes it look like the Cosmo is the wispy bits of leaves. Okay, now I'm just fussing with it for no reason. All right, I'm going to sign it. Now I save these to my YouTube channel, so I have like lots of them. I think I've been doing this for 5 years. Isn't that crazy? So there's my reference, and then there's, I'll show you little bits of... It's a lovely mess, isn't it? And then here's my palette. And so thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. If you're in my Inspiring Art group, I hope I see you at 11 today on Zoom. And come see me at Rittenhouse if you're in the area next weekend, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And it was fun. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you have an amazing day. And I probably won't do this next week. In fact, I'm sure I won't. So I'll have a week off, and then I'll be back. So we'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Have fun.